Hello everyone, LauraKBuzz here, and today we are back with another episode of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Now, today's task, we are going to go and climb all the way over here. We are going to climb to the top of Mount Lanayru because we were told, hey, that's the place that Princess Zelda had to go as part of her training to become the goddess. There is some kind of pool of water at the top, which is presumably the spring of wisdom she was talking about. But other than that, I'm just trying to think if there's anywhere that's worth us going on our way. So we've got a few of these photos we've done. We're not going to go get this one yet because it's clearly in Hyrule Castle. That's a bit more of an end game one. This one's in a spring in some water somewhere. Don't know where this spring is. It's probably somewhere in a forest. This is just looks like a generic forest path. It's a bit more difficult to find. This one, however, the mountain in the background of that picture, really big, tall, snowy mountain, that is Mount Lanayru. So basically, either on the way to Mount Lanayru or all the way back down, we need to find a stone arch that's sort of on the road leading to it. I don't know if from the map we can find, we can locate where that would be. Where's the road route going to be? This might be the arch. So I'm going to put a blue stamp there, and we're going to head for the blue stamp first. So is there anywhere we can warp? Varuta's probably going to be the best bet, or possibly from Hateno we might be able to make a good shot for it. So I'm going to head to what looks on the map to be possibly that gate, and we'll see. We shall see what we find on our journey. Right. While this is all going on, things I am doing today. Today is the day that the ukulele review embargo lifts, the 4th of March. It lifts at 4 PM UK, and I'm recording this at about 9:05 in the morning. I've written my review. It is not positive, and yeah, my day is going to be, at least like the start of my day is going to be archiving that review. Not archiving, doing the organising bit of that review, where I like format it and things, so that I can go put it on the internet, so that it's ready to go online. So I'm going to switch into some cold resistant clothing. Let's just have a quick look. What have I got? Let's get the whole set on. There we go. Let's get as high as we can, then float across, and we should be able to skirt around the edges of this mountain fairly safely with our cold resistant gear on. But yeah, no, I'll be doing all the formatting, making my review look nice and shiny and putting it in our back end. After that, I'll be working on a feature that was accepted somewhere and then had to be kill feed, and now I've got to work out what I want to do with that instead. So I'm working on a nice feature. I'm going to be pitching some stuff to a couple of outlets. I'm working on some really cool features that are just taking longer than I would like to be able to surface. I have a bunch of cool projects I'd like to be doing, and they're all just kind of taking me a little bit of time to get off the ground. So, Mount Lanayru so far, very, very quiet. The first time I came here, I came to Mount Lanayru before doing the Ruto village, which meant I did not have this particular set of cold resistance gear, and no equipment I had would keep me warm enough to avoid damage. So the first time I came here, I was doing a race against time. I stocked up on as many healing items as possible, and I just went straight up for the, that's where we want to be, straight up that mountain, up to that peak, and tried to sprint up and down without dying. Now, from here we can get a bit of a better look at the peak. There is something big and living with crystals sticking out of it up on the top of that mountain. I wonder if you can guess what it might be, because we've seen something somewhat similar to it somewhere else in the game. Right, so I'm just gonna head down. So if you see where those trees are in the distance, I think those trees are sort of like the grassy area that from land would lead up to Mount Lanayru. And I think that archway that's just sort of popped in, that archway might be where the memory is we need. Again, I never found Mount Lanayru through finding it on the road. I looked on the map, saw Lanayru, zoomed in a little bit, saw Mount Lanayru, and I ended up finding this archway on the way down. I scaled the mountain first. Oh god. Okay, it's a Lionel. I need to fucking get out of the way of this fucker because he's gonna murder me. Yeah, I made the mental connection that I was on a big, rocky, snowy mountain that was sort of significantly more rocky and snowy than other mountains in the area that I had seen, and I assumed that maybe it would be the same one, and then on my way down, I stumbled across this archway. So, I reasoned it out the wrong way, but I found it. I worked out that I was probably in part of the picture, and then found the gate from there. And there we go. There is our memory. Yeah, I'm not fighting the centaur dude, the lion centaur. I'm not fighting him right now because even end game I struggle to fight those things. Like, you can maybe take one down if you abuse Nibiru's rage, Nibiru's wrath, the lightning attack. You can stun them and maybe take one down.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
She was gonna say Link!
This is it, then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must There must be something I can do to help.
Oh, so that is one of my favourite cutscenes in this game. Favourite story beats. So there's a couple of things to unpack. First of all, the Zora. It helps when I think about, oh, this is kind of embarrassing, but it helps to think about, clearly it was going to be Link. It's like, hey, think of someone who's special and important to you, and that helps activate the power. That person is Link. So this is a big part of Princess Zelda's arc here, is she went to the Fountain of Wisdom because, you know, the princess, the goddess is supposed to have wisdom as the Triforce piece. It made the most sense. If anywhere was going to unpack, was going to unload her power, it was going to be here. And it didn't happen, and it's understandable why that would be a big knock to her confidence. Naburu is a huge help here with her positive outlook. She's like, right, okay, let's not stress about the fact that it didn't work. It's still going to work. We'll find something, you know, don't... Even though this seemed like your best shot, don't assume that because it failed, you'll never get there. She's a really important positive influence in Princess Zelda's life. Now, I think had Ganon not awakened at that exact moment, then there might have been some hope for Zelda being like, yeah, you know, there is still hope, but it's when she's at her most unsure and unsteady that suddenly it's like, oh no, Ganon has awakened and the princess's powers are not activated. And Naburu's instinct is to invite Princess Zelda to come with her, to be like, look, we're going to get you somewhere safe, your powers haven't activated, I know we said that they might activate any time, but let's be realistic, they haven't activated, come with me, we'll get you to safety. And Zelda's like, no, screw that, I don't have the powers of the goddess, but, you know, I'm still smart, I still, you know, have my intelligence, my research, I might still be able to help, I'm going to go and be on the front lines of this because... You know, honestly, why wouldn't I be? This is where I'm supposed to be. This is... I've got to take that chance. I've got to put myself at risk like everyone else on this mission. And, you know, considering that she, very shortly after this, is like, Link is dead and she's holding Ganon down, for 100 years... No big surprises what it might be that triggers her ability to hold down Ganon for 100 years. Might be a little bit of boyfriend in the fridge, but yeah, she goes out and she's like, right, I'm not gonna let Link fight this alone. I'm gonna go out there and I'm going to work out how to do this, even though everything says I'm not going to be able to. And I really like that. I really like so much of that, of how that scene plays out. The sort of you know. It's not what she's built for, she doesn't feel like it's a thing she's ever going to be suited to, being the goddess, but she's not going to let that stop her from going out on the front lines and trying to help the war effort. And I'm like, oh, Zelda, you're wonderful, and I love you, and I love this cast. I love this game's bloody cast. So I'm literally just ignoring the pathway that spirals around the mountain. I have, like, 2 circles of stamina wheel, and I'm not concerned about the cold. So I'm just gonna climb very directly up the mountain. And, you know, we're not on the correct peak yet. We're still gonna get up to that peak. But as you can see, there is definitely something up the top of the mountain. You can hear it breathing. What is it? I wonder if you've worked it out yet, folks. So I'm going to continue scaling just directly to the top. Oh, ominous music. So the first time I did this, I did scale to the top of the mountain the way I'm doing now. And I spent a good 10-15 minutes unsure how to progress, and I'll show you why in a minute, because if you come up here, this route, if you don't follow the spiraling route up the mountain, you just take sort of a direct line up the mountainside, there is a little bit of poor game design, in that it looks like you should be able to do something that you cannot. And there is nothing to telegraph to you why you can't do the thing that it looks like you should be able to do. And it's one of the few points in this game where I would say that is the case, where it doesn't telegraph well what you need to do. So, have you worked it out yet, friends? It appears to be a dragon. Now, I scaled up to the top of the dragon, and there's a big old eyeball with a bunch of smaller eyeballs surrounding it, and it looks like this dragon is infected. So, I tried to shoot the eyeballs surrounding the big eyeball. Arrows go straight through. I tried shooting the big eyeball itself. I won't show you because we are lower on arrows than I would like to be. But I couldn't work out what to do. I scaled the mountain, found the dragon. There appeared to be something that, like, my best guess was that, like, I had to pop that to free the dragon or something. And I was kind of right and kind of wrong. I'm gonna get this red pin off of the map. We're going to go down to that pool of water, the spring that the princess mentioned. And when you jump down to go down to there, you see, oh, there's multiple sets of eyes. And the dragon's face is actually down here. So this is the Spring of Wisdom. It took me a good 10 to 15 minutes my first playthrough to realise I had to come down here. And it has me walk as if I'd walked the whole spiral. Which is definitely what they seem to assume you'll do. You have done well to find your way to this spring. You who have overcome numerous trials and obtained the spirit orbs. The one you see before you is an attendant to the Spring of Wisdom. This is Linedra, the blue spirit of Lineru. The servant of the goddess has looked over the spirits of this land for ages, unknown to the world of man. However, the dreaded malice unleashed by Calamity Ganon has possessed its body and reduced it to this state. Oh, I skipped that, but something about can you free Nadra? And this is when the eyeballs open up and you can actually do something. So what we need to do is shoot one of the big eyeballs now they've opened. And off the dragon goes. Now we are gonna fight a dragon. I say fight a dragon. We're gonna try and free a dragon that is in dire need of help. But we're gonna fight a dragon nonetheless. Basically, we want to shoot some of these eyeballs as they come around, if we can. Okay, there is an updraft. We can. Where is this updraft? There it is. Oh yeah, there it goes. The updraft carries us around this way. It's not as substantial as I had hoped it would be. But I think the idea of the updraft is mainly so that we can, where is it? So that we can do these slow motion arrow shots. I'm not going to worry for this one. That one we can get as it is. Come on, where's that updraft? Bring me that updraft. Where are you? Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, so there's a big field over here with a lot of updrafts, which is where we're going to be doing the bulk of this this fight, I think, is near the updraft fields. Can I maybe get that eyeball from here? I'm too far away, aren't I? Okay, can I get that one? Come on, I should be able to get you there. Did I not shoot? Did I not project far enough ahead? Yeah, there we go. There's an eyeball there, which we should be able to get. Okay, is there a time limit? We have to wait for a certain amount of time before we can hit another. I need to find the updrafts again. Come on, let's get back up. I think there's a big updraft field around here. Okay. You're gonna circle down, which hopefully gives me another chance to get up above you, because I need to be above that tail. I think there's only that one on the base of the tail left to get now. Oh god, oh god. That was not good. How am I going to get back up there? Come on, Nadra, give me some updraft. There we go. And there we go. We freed up a dragon. The spirit of wisdom. And there we go. Now that looks a little more like a healthy, happy dragon, doesn't it? And now this sort of acts as the guideline of how we deal with dragons, because the game never explicitly tells you this, and even after doing this mission, I didn't quite work this out. Hooray! A single ceremony remains. Loose an arrow to the body of Nadra to free the spirit. So, this is what I didn't realise that this mission was trying to teach me, is if you see one of the dragons flying around in the world, get close to it, hit it with an arrow, and once per day, it will drop... Where did it drop? Oh, there it is. Once per day, if you hit one of the dragons with... or each dragon once per day, if you hit them with an arrow, a scale or a tooth or a claw or some part of the dragon will fall off. It serves as proof of the courage you've received and the one who served the spring. So you can use it in cooking, but what you're supposed to do is find the applicable spring. So if it's Nadra that you find, you come to this spring. There are 2 other springs we have to find. Hold it and drop it in the water. And they will do things. Now, the first time you do it, you will get a new shrine. Hooray! Subsequent times you get rewards. I don't remember what those rewards are you get for continuing to do them. I cannot honestly remember if they're worthwhile or not, but yeah, you offer up a scale or a fang or some piece of the dragon that you knock off of it with an arrow, and you get rewarded. So I think this shrine, we just get the reward anyway, because they're like, hey, you found a dragon, you found the spring, you dropped the thing in the spring. That's challenge enough. You can have your spirit orb. We deem you worthy of this spirit orb. Yeah, we currently have no spirit orbs towards another upgrade. That's fine. We took down a dragon. We got a spirit orb. We found a shrine. We, saw a memory today. We had another good episode. By my reckoning, this is a good one. Hooray, we've already proven our worth at the Jitan Samis blessing. Jitan Samis blessing. Ah, Frost Spear. Frost Spear. I love the Frost Spear. It's one of my favourite weapons. Oh, I love the Frost Spear. Right, what can I get rid of to get a Frost Spear? torch. Torches are disposable. We can get torches anywhere. I want to show this off. I want to show off my cool frost spear. Come on, here we go. Did not mean to do that. Just look at that from the side. It's a really long-reaching spear. It's got a decent strength on it. It's 20. What happens if we use it in the ice? Does it... No, I don't think we can use it while in water this deep. Oh, well. It looks so cool. I love it. I love this as a weapon. I'm going to save it for now, and here we are. We're done. We done diddly done another episode, and we can probably go, you know, I have no idea what we're going to do with tomorrow's episode yet. I'll work that out when we get there. Na-na-na-na, all sorts of cool shit. Do-diddly-doo. There we go. Time for me to relax. In about half an hour, I have my my shopping turning up. I did an online shop for the month today, so I should have food to eat for a while. That's good. It's good when I, you know, have food in the house. And I'm going to get on with my writing work, so it's going to be a nice old day. Now, the statue's still glowing. I've never actually tried. Can I do anything by jumping up here? Probably not. No. Oh! 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 I never realised I can do this. I can go to these ones to pray. Okay, this is a really convenient place, actually, because I can... If I come to this shrine to pray, I can then sort of just paraglide down to anywhere in the world I might want to go, because I have this beautiful look over the world. So, yeah, that'll do us for today. We'll leave today's episode, and we'll come back with another episode tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Bye.